Hello, I'm Alicia Davis,
And I'm Stacy Watson.
and we are owners and coaches at Transformative Leadership Strategies. And we have a really very unique and exciting women's leadership program that we want to talk about today, right, Stace?
Yes, it could feel like a strange time to be talking about a new program,
It
right?
sure could.
Because we
Mm-hmm.
are all in overdrive. We are all thinking and trying to process and anticipate and plan and contingency plan, right? Like our brains and our emotions are going all the time.
Well, yeah, and the women that I'm talking to, the leaders that we're talking to, exhausted, really having a hard time just making decisions, really emotionally drained too, right? It's
Yes.
all of it, right? Because we are in this time where we've never had to think and process and manage work, home, kids, families, loved ones like this before. And
Well,
it's
it's so
really
true.
taxing.
It is taxing. And part of what is really, I think, contributing to how taxing it feels is that we are focusing outward on all those things you just mentioned. So we are thinking about keeping people safe. We are thinking about, keeping our livelihoods going. We're
That's right.
thinking about all of it. If we're leaders in organizations, we're thinking about what need decisions and what needs to be done there. So it's just been, I think, for many of us, and this program is designed specifically for women, it's just been for a lot of women, I think, a time of just really focusing on everyone and everything else, of course.
Right.
And so what we're offering with this women's program is not necessarily, we're not taking people away, right? We're not like retreating off into the woods
Right.
somewhere for a
Right.
month
You
or a
can't.
week. It's
Right.
really, how can we find ways to support ourselves while we are busy supporting all of these other people? And I
That's
think this
right.
program is designed to just offer a little bit of a respite and a little bit of support, and maybe it's just some ideas of ways that we can know ourselves and care for ourselves, perhaps in ways we haven't thought about before.
That's right. That's right. And, we did this last year through the Women's Consortium, right? The Connecticut
Yes,
Women's Consortium. And
yes.
we just love partnering with them,
Oh my
and
gosh, yes.
the women that we had in our program last year were they ranged from women who had kids, didn't have kids, who were in like managing people, not managing people, who were really feeling confident in what they were doing in terms of making whatever the decisions they were making or the transitions that they were making. This was pre-COVID, right? Like
Yes,
some were
yes.
feeling more confident, some were not feeling confident. And so what we do in this women's leadership experience is we have three really key areas that we are focusing on. And one of them is balance, of course, because we're always shifting and trying to adjust, especially now, right? So it's
Especially
even
now.
right, it's even
Right.
more important to really focus on what does balance mean and how can we create that, right? And if you're listening to this and you have just ever struggled or even just a little bit with feeling confident, and
Mm,
maybe it's confident in, one of the women that we had in our last cohort had just come into a new role with a new team, and she was super confident in the previous role that she was in with the team that she had and the program that she was running, and it was a new program, a new dynamic, and it just was different. And she was having a really hard time with that. And so, of course, right, there's nothing wrong with any of that. It's just about how do we adjust? How can you get support and feedback from women that are going through the same kinds of things that you're going through? Get some support from us as coaches. And so, we're talking and giving lots of ideas and possibilities for balance, for confidence, and then authentic leadership.
right. And, this is such an interesting concept under any circumstances. And again, I think right now, organizations are depending on leaders who are able to kind of cut through all of the noise and really be clear on their own values and their own sense of sort of what the right next, decision is based on the information we have, as well as sort of their ability to lead others. And that's really what we kind of call authentic leadership.
Right.
And I think there's just a lot right now that is causing all of us to maybe question ourselves or feel a little bit
Mhm.
less sure about who we are and what's important, because it just all feels so topsy-turvy. So we really just want to invite you to join us in this program. And again, just for a few moments throughout the month, and our program lasts over 6 months. And I know you're going to tell us about an information session we're going to have.
Mhm.
Um, and the program lasts over 6 months, so it's just a few hours across a few months. And in those times, it's an opportunity to really just, again, take care of, connect with ourselves, connect with other people that are also, trying to do some of the same things, and then really be supported by your own coach,
That's
which,
right.
you
That's
know,
right. That's right.
yeah,
So we have an information session coming up through the Women's Consortium. And of course, this entire program is virtual because this is the world that
that's
we are
right.
now living in, right? And it is Wednesday, September 9th from 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is open to women anywhere in the
That's
world,
right.
across the country, around the world. I think it would be really cool if we had some women internationally. I don't think we're quite there yet, Stace, but maybe regionally.
That's right.
And so, it will put some information in the link that we send, but you can actually email us info@tlstransforms.com and I can send you the link, or you can go to the Women's Consortium, WOMENS Consortium, CONSORTIUM.org, womensconsortium.org, and search for the Women's Leadership Experience, and then register for the free info session. So Wednesday, September 9th from 12 to 1. Uh, Obviously, completely free. Just want to give you some information, answer questions, maybe have you meet other women that potentially would be in the program. And we also just would love to hear, how we could best support you.
Yeah, for sure. And so we really appreciate all you are doing in your world to keep it going, even in these unprecedented times. And we look forward to meeting you. And again, just being able to explore how we can be supportive.
That's right. So thank you so much for listening. Hope we see you soon. Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye bye.